Alright, so hello, my name is Matthew Ariola. This is my group instruction video. I'm outside right now, so you're gonna hear birds, you're gonna hear cars passing by, you're gonna hear a bunch of noises. I can see my dog staring at me right now. There's gonna be a lot of distractions. I just warmed up right now, so I'm gonna be a little out of breath. Basically, I'm gonna do 5 simple workouts, a minute each. A minute workout, a minute rest. The first one's gonna be push-ups, then we'll have a minute rest. Second one's gonna be sit-ups. No, sorry, planks. Second one's gonna be planks, minute rest. Third one's gonna be crunches or sit-ups. The fourth one's gonna be squats, and the fifth one's gonna be break falls. That's what I learned in my self-defense class. It's a good way to just work out the body. The whole basis of this workout is just cardio and simple workouts. It's an intermediate to beginning level. Nothing too extreme, nothing too crazy, but it should get your heart pumping and it should help you burn some of that fat that you have stored onto it. So as I was heading down to the first minute, I will get in position. So I'm gonna be offering up modifications to everything. My clock's on my phone, so I'm gonna be referencing it a lot. So if I go up to it, that's you know why. So in the first position, simple push-up. There's many variations you can do. The ones I like to do. I don't know if you can see my feet, but they're spread across. They're not touching. Go into that. They're not touching. The reason why I have them spread across is because when you have your feet touching, they basically puts pressure, unneeded pressure on your back, your lower back, and I have a very bad back. So simple push-ups, as many as you can do. Really slow. You want to feel that in your arms as you go down. I'm a little out of shape, so a little bit struggling right now. But the whole point of this is to just get your arms moving, just so you can feel it. You want to keep your back straight as you can. You don't want to tuck like this, because if you're tucking, it's not really putting any pressure on your arms, which is what you're trying to work out. So you're trying to keep your back straight, butt up in the air, go down. So generally, you want to do as much as you can within where you're comfortable, And I just passed my minute, so this is a minute breather. So in this breather, we're just gonna keep blood pumping, heart beating, and just breathe. What many people don't do is that they don't breathe enough. And since they don't breathe enough, they never are able to catch up to the next workout, so they're always behind. And if you're behind, you can't give it your max. So, like I said, there's many variations of push-ups. You can put your feet together, keep them across. You can spread out your arms farther or shorter. If you put them out farther, it works out different muscles in your shoulders and your chest and your back muscles. So basically, push-ups are one of my favorite things to do because they offer such modifications and many different areas of working out. So, like I said, just breathe. We're going to be heading into our planks right now. There are modifications you can do with planks. You can do sideways. You can do many different things. So I'm going to get into position. So with this, we're going to work out your core. That's all you're working out, your core. You don't want to put too much pressure on your arms, because then it's kind of like a push-up you're doing. You're not trying to do that. You're going to work out your core. Be stable. Use your elbows as planters. You can do elbows. Maybe people have elbow problems. You could do flat modifications like this. It's push more pressure on your shoulders and your arms, but it allows you to work out your core. As long as you're working out your core in that kind of process, it's worth it. So, in position. And the thing with planks is that they seem simple. They kind of are simple, but it's the slow pain that kind of gets people. The slow, hurtful pain. So as you stay in position, you're just staying, and you want to feel out your core. You want to go as much as you can. You don't want to overdo yourself, because since you can injure yourself or hurt yourself if you're going too hard and you kind of push yourself. It's nice to push yourself, but you don't want to overdo it to the point where you're injuring yourself. So the minute passed, we're catching our breath right now. We're breathing, maintaining a high heart rate or high blood pressure. Just trying to get it pumping, working out cardio. So this workout would obviously be a lot longer, but since it's only a 10-minute video, I'm trying to shorten it a wide, selection. So like I said, the modifications were planks, elbows, put your hands up like this, just in case you can't use your elbows. People have bad elbows. If you hurt your back and go sideways lunges, it takes a little bit of pressure off, but it's still, you're working out your core. Anything you work out your core in, your back's most likely to be there. So that's that whole other thing. So almost done with this breathing. Next one we're gonna do are squats. And with this is where it gets a little tricky, because if you have a bad hip like me, you're gonna have to do a modification of it. And usually with that, you can do lunges instead. So generally, into squat positions. You can do many different squats. I like to keep it simple. Arms out in front of you to stabilize you, and just legs shoulder width apart. Go down. That's one squat. Down. That's 2 squats. Down. That's 3 squats. You can hold it if you want, but I really don't do it because I have a bad hip flexor. So with me doing that, kind of aggravates it. So what I like to do instead, simple lunges. You know, simple. You go down like that until you feel it. That's 1. Go down until you feel it. That's 2. And go down right about there. So I still feel it in my hip, but it's not as much pressure because if you think about it this way, it's only your core supporting you. When you have it this way, your legs are kind of supporting you, so it's a little less pain that I have in my hip doing that. You know, it's not too much, but it adds up. I think I listed them. So as you know, you're just doing them. It's important to just feel it, you know. So as you're doing your lunges, feel it all right here across. All right here across. You know, you don't have to go too low. It's hard for your knees, so you don't want to go too low. You can't do a squat, you know, it's generally okay. You know, you're not trying to push yourself to the limit. Oh, I realized that we just skip crunches, you know, so that's a good reward. You know, for us filling the squats or lunges portion of it, we're gonna do crunches. And with crunches, it's a little weird. People have to go hard, super fast. That's cool, but you don't want to overdo it because if you're doing too fast, you're not really working out your muscles or what you're trying to get out of it. You basically kind of just bypassing that and just kind of giving yourself a good cardio workout. And that's cool and all, but with crunches, your core, that's what matters. So catch your breath, breathe. After this, we're gonna go into the floor, back on our mat, and we're gonna do crunches. You can do crunches, sit-ups just fine. It's not modification. Crunches seem to be more kind of extreme. So you want to get back, keep feet planted, and crunch. 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 You know, it adds up over time. Put an add a modification to that to make it more intense. You can do kind of a twisting crunch. You go up, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up, 1, 2. So I'm a little rusty at that, so if you can't see, I'm kind of spinning. It's not really the case. You want to stay stable. You know, if you can't do a crunch, if it's too much on you, too much on your core, you can do a sit-up. Simple. 1, 2. If you want to get more intense with a sit-up, it gets too easy if you can't do a crunch. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can add up and increase numbers if you want. So with that, because you're kind of just working out your core with a normal sit-up or a crunch, but if you twist, you're working out all your sides. That's generally what you want. So, a minute passed, we're taking a breather, breathing, you know, and if you keep doing this workout, you know, if I didn't shorten it, it would generally be a lot longer. You kind of go 2 minutes, 1 minute rest, 3 minutes, 1 minute rest, or you can even go 1 minute, 30-second rest. You know, just keep it pumping, keep it pumping. As you get more experience with this workout, you can push it as much as you want, go as hard as you want, you know, it's generally up to you. So I like this workout a lot. It's similar to what I used to do in football. It's kind of, well, generally the coaches wouldn't let you go at your own pace, but you can tailor it to what you need to do. It's a simple, you can even make it into a cumulative workout. You just keep doing it, increasing numbers. It's up to you. Generally, you can customize it as much as you want. So as we're heading into our last workout, this is what I like to do in my self-defense class. It's called break falls. It's supposed to be for a self-defense tactic, but it's basically a full body workout too. So you want to stand up, make sure you have something soft to land on. Stand up straight, and you're gonna fall. Smack the floor, get up, stabilize yourself up. So I'm gonna do it slower. So you wanna stand up straight, and you wanna land on your butt, and kind of roll with it. So you're gonna squat down, land on your butt, keep your head up so your head doesn't touch the floor, and brace your hands up. Put your hands as a brace. Get up to kind of like a sitting position, arm behind you, move your leg, rotate your leg behind you, and get up. So it's a good workout. It's supposed to be for self-defense tactics, but it generally works out your core, your legs, it works out everything. It's a good workout, and also gets you tired. So, one more. So, you know, brace yourself, square up, brace, go down, flat, legs up. So, I mean, if you keep doing that, it adds a good kind of hefty feeling. So of course I couldn't do as much as I wanted, because I wanted to teach. But if that wasn't unclear, you could really ask for questions. I could clarify it. There aren't really modifications you can do for that. I guess you could go slower. You can basically fall and not bounce up and just use your legs as a kind of prong. But generally that workout's for self-defense. Just in case you get shoved and you fall, you can get back up. But it also provides a good workout for your core, legs, arms, everything really. So that's our last workout, catching your breath, catching your breather, Make sure before this workout you drink water beforehand. You don't want to drink water between or in between unless you really need it, because generally you kind of you make yourself. I can't think of the actual common word for it, but I know it's called like stitches. It's basically when you feel pain, you cramp up. You don't want that working out, especially in a high intensity workout. Now, this one can get more high intense, but since it's starting out, it's just beginner workout. So that problem may not arise. But as the last minute's coming up, I was 11 minutes or 10-minute workout. So basically it. It's my assignment. I hope you enjoyed. If there's any questions, you can let me know. Obviously this workout would be a lot longer, but since it's 10-minute mark, I had to shorten it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day. Nothing really else to say.